with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that?
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Bradley Chubb.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The throw over the middle taken in.
The pass.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. A run here with Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Pushing a foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a... Gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins, nothing.
2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Wentz now on first down. And this is caught at the end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Julio Jones, 31 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Down right around the 25. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Wentz. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
15-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
That catch good for only a couple. He'll have a first down past the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
50-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
At their own 26.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st down, Wentz. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 31-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wentz. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Wentz now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Pass there, complete to Westbrook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes...
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. How about that? Their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key
is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It's now second.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball. Couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Looking deep for Julio. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Steeler first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it's hard to defend.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he went. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
5 yards remain on second down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Brown on the draw play, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who pulled through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's up and good.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So now the Steelers down by 7. And time, a huge factor. This is where your playoff medal is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right.
He's got a man, complete.
The pass, complete to Devin Funchess.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
The pass.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Steps And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. Oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Dolphins.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew.